Key point 1. Let's get a bit more presentable. Today's society is bombarded with so much information that navigating it all can be challenging. However, if we can't reduce the flow of information, we must find ways to manage it effectively. This is where the art of presentation comes in. With the right approach, you can captivate your audience, leave a profound impression, and ensure that you and your audience maintain interest. The key to influence lies in connecting minds and hearts. Presentations encompass not just a combination of images and words, but also personal charisma and a thorough understanding of the subject matter. The problem begins when you don't know how to pack the information into a cute, easy-to-open gift box. Luckily, making excellent presentations is a skill that takes practice and a sprinkle of theory. It doesn't require any panic or anxiety. Together with Nancy Duarte, we'll explore the basics of persuasive visuals, strategies for winning over even the most demanding crowds, ways to infuse words with emotion, and methods for utilizing the power of storytelling and anecdotes to add depth to your presentation. Also, let's not forget the importance of feedback. No presentation is complete until the audience can restate the main points in their words. Therefore, you will learn how to harness the potential of visual aids to improve comprehension and engagement. And finally, you'll discover ways to communicate with your listeners so they know their opinions matter. Designing a presentation without an audience in mind is like writing a love letter and addressing it to whom it may concern. Ken Hamer. We don't know about you, but we're already on our toes. Are you ready to absorb this knowledge like a sponge? Is it a yes we hear? Key point 2. Become your listener. The fundamental element of every good presentation is not the visuals or words you choose, but the audience. No matter how satisfied you are with your presentation, if you don't check with your potential listeners, you lose them even before entering the room. Reactions are the most valuable feedback you can receive from the audience. You must show a strong understanding of your listeners to reap constructive reactions. To do so, you'll need to categorize your listeners based on their needs, preferences, and backgrounds. Discover their motivations, fears, and aspirations. Show that you care by solving their problem. Be as clear as possible. Find common ground, even if it's being a Taylor Swift fan. This simple connection already makes you look more friendly and reliable. Here's another tip. Maintain clarity and brevity when addressing senior executives. They're busy people with limited time, so cut to the chase. Instead of drowning them in data, offer the most relevant data and explain their significance. Think of it as serving them a concentrated dose of information. If you're pitching a new product, don't just list its features. Explain how it can solve a specific problem. Paying attention to detail will demonstrate your genuine interest in the best outcomes. Effective communication goes beyond informing. It's about inspiring change. Paint a clear picture of the desired outcome and the steps needed. Imagine a tennis player striving to improve their backhand. They must recognize the flaws, grasp the ideal technique, and then practice consistently to make a change. Cold facts are best when served with warm feelings. Once you've articulated your central idea, back it up with convincing content, and use facts, statistics, anecdotes, and real-world examples to drive your point home. But brace yourself for resistance. Be ready with counter-arguments to address potential objections. For instance, if you're promoting a new product, anticipate concerns about cost or effectiveness and prepare related data. A few other suggestions include using contrast to distinguish between before and after. Visuals are indispensable in this case. Developing a solid call to action. Be clear about your intentions, whether purchasing something, signing a petition, or changing your behavior. Balancing logic with emotion. While data is crucial, stories and personal experiences can touch people on a deeper level. Key point 3. A story to set the mood. People love stories. They've been around us as fairy tales, television series, and office gossip. Stories are how humanity has preserved its history and culture for generations. In other words, storytelling is the bridge that connects us. Building a sturdy bridge is a guarantee of your connection with the audience. Stories turn us back into children, eager treasure seekers. Start with a powerful entrance. The opening moments set the tone for the entire presentation, so it must encapsulate the atmosphere you're aiming for. Think of it like the captivating start of a movie. What would appeal to you? Create dramatic tension using the what is, what could be method. Use the contrast to lure your audience so they're invested in the main message. As your presentation unfolds, the middle portion takes center stage. Here, you delve deep, providing substance, insights, challenges, and pivotal moments. You can also use the what is, what could be trick to suggest improvements to the presentation's subject. However, it's the grand finale that has a lasting impression. A compelling conclusion reinforces your message, stirring emotions and inspiring action. It's the closing scene that echoes in the minds and hearts of your audience, long after the story has been shared. That said, develop a powerful call to action based on the audience's interests. If you want to add more persuasiveness, then consider adding emotion to your narrative to resonate with your listeners, providing clear benefits to the listeners, their sphere, and the world. Using metaphors to simplify complex ideas. Think of it like the seasoning in a dish. A pinch can enhance the flavor, but too much can overwhelm the palate. Incorporating these elements into your communication ensures that your message reaches the ears and sticks with your audience. Whether addressing a room full of professionals or simply sharing a personal tale, these principles are your compass to making a lasting impression. Finally, when we talk about stories, you can draw inspiration from personal experience, such as important places or periods of your life, relationship with parents, friends, or peers. Even subordinates and enemies can work. Positive and negative experiences at the job or in personal life. Key point 4. Pictures of cats and memes. Crafting a compelling message goes beyond having the right content. It's about selecting the appropriate medium to convey it. Different platforms and methods can significantly influence how your message is perceived. For instance, a detailed report is best written, while a motivational message may resonate more powerfully as a video. When we're thinking about presentation, slides are a standard tool, yet their effectiveness hinges on how you use them. Instead of overwhelming your audience with text-heavy slides, harness visuals to complement your spoken words. Remember, slides should be allies to your message, not replace it. Tools like PowerPoint and Keynote offer features to make your presentation engaging, but clarity and simplicity should be your guiding stars. Words are black and white, but pictures burst with unforgettable color. The duration of your presentation can make or break its impact. While there's no universal formula, respect your audience's time. Keep your content concise, relevant, and engaging. Here are some practical tips to elevate your presentation game. Embrace design. Prioritize clear yet creative aesthetics and choose the practical type of slide. A graph, image, or text slide. Ensure it aligns with the purpose of your content. Your audience should grasp the slide in 3 seconds. Simplicity reigns. Each slide should focus on a single idea, avoiding clutter and ensuring clarity. Don't use unnecessary words. Thoughtful arrangement. The placement of elements on a slide matters. Ensure a logical flow and use space effectively to guide the viewer's eye. Data clarity. When presenting data, prioritize clear labels and legends and avoid overcrowding graphs or charts. Slide quantity. Strike a balance with the number of slides. Too many can overwhelm, while too few might leave gaps in your message. Animation with purpose. Use animations judiciously and only when they enhance understanding. Overuse can distract from your main message. Effective persuasion isn't limited to stages or boardrooms. It can happen in one-on-one conversations, written communication, or social media. The key is adapting your approach to the platform and audience. Lastly, don't forget the power of collaboration. Sharing the spotlight through co-presentations, panel discussions, or interviews can provide diverse perspectives and enrich content, benefiting both the audience and presenters. Key point 5. The final bow. Preparing for a presentation is like gearing up for a performance. It all starts with one crucial element: rehearsal. You see, familiarity with your content is your secret weapon, but obviously there's more to it than just knowing your stuff. Imagine you're in an unfamiliar room, surrounded by a sea of faces, all eager to hear what you have to say. Having a solid understanding of logistics is a must. Where's the venue? What's the schedule? And don't forget about the technical equipment. Learning about all this will help you avoid potential pitfalls. Now let's talk about tech. In today's digital age, technology can be your best friend or your worst enemy. That's why having a backup plan up your sleeve is crucial. Be ready to adapt if things go south. It's the mark of a true pro. What about the dreaded stage fright? It's like a rite of passage for every presenter. But here's the secret to overcoming it. Embrace authenticity. Your audience values sincerity more than perfection. So if you stumble or get those nervous butterflies, remember that your listeners are on your side. They're rooting for you. Let your genuine passion and enthusiasm shine through, imperfections and all. But words alone won't cut it. Your body language, from your posture to your gestures, also speaks volumes. Picture a speaker who slouches and mumbles. Hardly convincing, isn't it? Moreover, your tone and modulation can captivate or lose your audience. The 3 rules of successful speech are knowing the place, the audience, and yourself. But your job doesn't end with your talk. Q&A sessions are your chance to shine. Use these moments to clarify points, address concerns, and build a deeper connection with your audience. When you're presenting remotely, building trust is paramount. Engage with your audience, ask for input, and tweak your content based on their feedback. Remote presentations demand extra attention to keep your audience engaged. Visual aids, interactive elements, and regular check-ins can make sure your message hits home. It takes an iron gut to digest critical feedback, but it will make you a better presenter. Nancy Duarte. Did you know fear of public speaking or stage fright has an official medical term known as glossophobia? Key point 6. Keep presenting even after the show. Building and nurturing connections has reached a new level of importance in today's digital era. Social media platforms have become powerful tools in this endeavor. They offer a unique opportunity to connect with others and enhance the impact of your ideas and presentations. If you have a partially developed idea and are eager to gather feedback from a specific audience or industry, platforms like Twitter allow you to pose questions and collect insights directly from potential listeners. It's like having a virtual focus group at your fingertips, ready to provide feedback and shape your ideas. But it's not just about seeking feedback. It's also about spreading your ideas. The digital landscape allows your thoughts to reach a global audience. However, finding the narrative within the data you share online is a trick to making your message stick. When dealing with large numbers or complex data, explaining the why and how behind them can make your content more relatable. For example, instead of just mentioning a billion of something, you could relate it to a known landmark, making the concept more tangible and understandable. Dive deep into the numbers and facts. There's always someone with an eagle eye on lazy shortcuts. Now let's talk about the post-presentation phase. It's not the end of your connection-building journey. It's a continuation. Think of it like returning home from a trip. You'd naturally want to reflect on the experience, look through the photos you've taken, and recall the brightest moments. Similarly, reflecting on your delivery and gauging your audience's response will give you insight into your presentation's impact. Feedback becomes invaluable at this stage, indicating the depth of your connection. It reflects your efforts to understand your audience's perspective and engage effectively. Don't underestimate the power of follow-up. It's crucial to maintain the connection after your presentation. You can address any lingering questions, provide additional resources, and express gratitude for your audience's time. These steps solidify the bonds forged during your presentation and ensure your relationship continues to grow. Ultimately, the digital age has given us many tools and platforms to build and nurture connections, spread ideas, gauge our impact, and follow up effectively. By leveraging these tools strategically, you can create more meaningful interactions and extend the reach and influence of your ideas. So, remember, in this digital landscape, your ability to connect and communicate can be a game changer, personally and professionally. Conclusion. Becoming a jaw-dropping presenter requires considerable effort that goes unnoticed. You must become your listener, understand their goals, and find a way to their minds and hearts through visuals and stories. If this isn't impressive, then we don't know what is. People are inherently diverse, making it challenging to pinpoint a universal commonality. Nevertheless, as a presenter, you must find exactly that. But they will feel it and react similarly if you're not genuine. At this point, your idea wouldn't matter if you don't plan on building a rapport. Your presentation should incorporate stories, visual aids, and a simple structure to establish a genuine emotional connection. This way, your listeners know you care about their understanding. Furthermore, they'll feel your sincerity, as sharing personal stories is a sign of trust. On the other hand, finding the right balance between emotion and analysis is crucial. Emotion can enhance the impact of analytical content, and incorporating clear visuals and minimum words requires practice. So, if your work or studies involve regular presentations, use this chance to improve. Remember, your presentation isn't just a compilation of visuals and words. It's a chance to convey fresh ideas in an accessible manner. Harness your newfound knowledge to address issues of importance and garner support. After all, this is what we as people do better than other species. We use the magic of words. Try this. Instead of saying, "I'm worried," trick your mind and repeat, "I'm excited," before the presentation. Studies have shown its effectiveness, as anxiety and excitement exist on the same arousal spectrum. If possible, attend other presentations and take notes on your favorite presenters. Analyze what makes them stand out. And visit the presentation room in advance to get comfortable and build confidence.